Hi everyone, welcome to Low on Health Rambling. Today is November 14th, 2010. It's about 8:36 p.m. It's a nice kind of relaxing Sunday. It's been kind of a really interesting week. Had Veterans Day off that Thursday, which was kind of cool. Has some new video games to play, Front Mission Evolved and Call of Duty Black Ops, in which case I played those and beat them up, and I did a review already. So if you check out my YouTube things and you're interested, the reviews are up over there. But I just want to go ahead and mention some of the things I've been doing recently. Let's go ahead and just start right into the movies here. I did watch the Smokey and the Bandit Trilogy. This, of course, Smokey and the Bandit is just one of those great classic, films that I remember when I was growing up, and I don't actually remember watching them in their entirety. This type of movie and Cannonball Run are kind of two of my kind of one favorite type of movies of just, like getting from point A to point B, just like The Amazing Race or Rat Race and all that those type of movies. But so I got the trilogy because I'm like, hey, I remember watching 2 and 3, and there's a good reason why I don't remember 2 and 3. The first Smokey and the Bandit, awesome, great movie, stellar, just great. Smokey and the Bandit 2, I was really lost once they had a whole elephant thing, and that was the whole kind of premise. I was like, what? Then after that, as I was watching Smokey and the Bandit 2, I kind of just had it minimized in the corner and started surfing the net towards the end of it because just couldn't deal with it anymore. But then once I started up Smokey Bandit 3, and after watching the opening and realizing it was mainly dealing with the sheriff, I was like, okay, let me just skip through this movie a couple times and see what's going on. And yeah, Burt Reynolds isn't into it, 3 until the end. And I was like, no, I'm just not gonna watch this crazy zookiness. It's not what I'm gonna, not what I want to watch. So I stopped. I didn't even bother watching, the third Smokey and the Bandit. But the first Smokey and the Bandit, great classic movie, recommended to anybody. And I was always like watching these movies as time period pieces just to kind of understand, how it was, over 20 years ago. Moving on here, I also watched kind of, a recent movie, The Sorcerers Apprentice, which of course is that Disney film starring Nicolas Cage and whoever the kid is. But don't know what I was expecting to watch this. I kind of understood the basic premise and was pleasantly surprised with it. The visuals are great, the action's great, the story is what you expect from Disney. I mean, kind of not cheerful, but family oriented to an extent. I mean, didn't go as dark as, of course, some Night Watch and Day Watch did. But just a really good film, a really good, visuals, action, set pieces, characters, great development, and I really liked it. I mean, it's definitely better than like Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and all the other crappy movies that have come out recently. This kind of came out this year along with all those, Clash of the Titans and crap like that. But this was actually really good. It has definitely humor. It has a nice little homage to the Sorcerer's Apprentice, the great Mickey piece back in the day in Fantasia. But watched it and enjoyed it. Definitely recommend people if you have it in your Netflix queue or can you rent it. Definitely give it a rent. It's worth it. Moving on here. I do want to mention, actually, on Veterans Day, or the day before Veterans Day, I went over to my mom's to get the electric weed whacker, in which case I can't deal with electric weed whacker. But I actually went out to dinner with my mom and my sister, and this is a picture of us at Zimzari's, which is my new favorite place to go to, which was kind of fun, eating out and whatnot. But I want to mention, for Veterans Day, I actually ended up hanging out with a veteran. Through Facebook, I ended up running into a very old friend, Jason Bolin, who was a very old friend of mine from high school. Basically, I haven't spoken to him or seen him in over a decade because, as we all know, I don't really like to be social. And really, I mean, I don't speak to anybody from high school. And there's only one person on my Facebook list who's from my high school days. But got a hold of him, and we've been talking back and forth. And I was like, oh, hey, if you're ever in town, swing by or whatnot, maybe we can do a lunch. So for Veterans Day, we actually went out to Chili's. Had a little lunch thing, came back to the house and showcased stuff and whatnot. But it was real cool to kind of catch up with him. He's basically been in the armed forces and whatnot. Even cooler is that he mentioned that he was in Maxim. Basically, Maxim did kind of a article about Medevacs in Iraq and Afghanistan and whatnot. And he actually is a crew chiefman for helicopters and whatnot, like a mechanic. He also flies the helicopters and mans the guns and whatnot. And that is actually him right there. Kind of I'll zoom in on that real quick. But it was kind of cool. He was in Maxim. I mean, not many people get in Maxim. Granted, he's not a chick, and granted, it's not the highest honor in the world. But it's kind of cool to be able to work a job and whatnot. And he's basically been stationed here or there, and he really likes it. And it's going to be his career being in the forces and whatnot. So that's really cool to kind of catch up with him and kind of see what, we still kind of had some things in common and whatnot. I was able to talk about, like, Evangelion and Claymore and other anime series and video games here and there. It was just kind of really cool to catch up with him. But that was really cool. And then as he was leaving, I realized, hey, just because you're not old, you're a veteran technically, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. So I actually spent Veterans Day with a veteran. kind of my nice thing that I did for the quarter, which was kind of cool and whatnot. But that's really kind of about it. Haven't really been doing much, just been gaming, and maybe got some developments coming up on the roommate scale. Maybe I'll be able to get a roommate in the next couple weeks or so, kind of talking to somebody, trying to iron things out and whatnot, which would be kind of cool. Kind of have that extra money to help buy a new weed whacker, belt, and sunglasses, and other miscellaneous stuff like food. But other than that, as always, I like to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.